Much for the very informative presentation. I found it to be very interesting and motivating, inspiring. So thank you very much. My name is Aram Kwon from Young America's Business Trust of the Organization of American States. OAS, Organization of American States, is an international organ comprised of 33 member states of the hemisphere. Young America's Business Trust supports and encourages young entrepreneurship among young people. And considering 60% of the population is young in Latin America and the Caribbean, I believe it has significance to the SME development in the hemisphere. There are a few points that I would like to mention for Dr. Yamahata. Like as Dr. Yamahata mentioned, that I believe that the entrepreneurship is a software, and the hardware will be the ICT infrastructure and the ICT skills and the technology. And in this point that Rakuten, that you mentioned about Rakuten's case on e-commerce consultancy service, I believe it is a great example for e-commerce capacity building, touching upon both of the issues, the software side as well as the hardware side. And currently, Young America's Business Trust is planning, and it's at the program design and the assessment stage of Asia America's e-commerce initiative, which aims to bring the knowledge, experience, and technologies, as well as financial and technical resources from Asia to Latin America and Caribbean region, vice versa, so that both of the region can mutually benefit from the initiative. Sorry, there are other points that I believe that, as Dr. Liu mentioned, that the challenges of the SMEs, especially in the Latin American and the Caribbean context, is the transformation from SME point 1 to SME point 2. But these challenges, I believe, that can be interpreted as another opportunities. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's an immense opportunities for young entrepreneurs in the region. It's a chances for them to be more creative, more innovative, and come up with more exciting ideas. Thank you for mentioning that point, and I believe that your approach of capacity building, learning by doing, the small business administrations, learning by doing approach is very effective and practical in this regard, that lets SMEs to be creative and innovative by their needs and with their resources. Though it may be limited, but they have to come up with the sources that have to come up with the ideas that is available with their resources. Also, there are several other points that I would like to mention, but I will have to let others speak too. And also for Mr. Garo and Mr. Godechi, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name right. I believe that.
Can you make it quick?
I'm sorry. The other question would be that the local development, the local SME initiatives, as well as the ICT initiative, may lack the regional cooperation. How would you respond to it? Like this year, next to the General Assembly of the OAS, we did the TIC Americas Talent and Innovation Competition, the International Business Competition of the Americas in Peru, Lima. And how would you bring that energy of the local SME development initiative and bring that to the regional level and create the synergy out of it? How would you respond to that? Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, we'll answer the question in that order. The first question about Rakuten was a very good question, I think. And you asked me what about is it hardware-oriented or software-oriented? But it's rather can be called the so-called SaaS or cloud world. That means hardware and software are all run by the Rakuten organization. So they don't have to worry about any operation, the maintenance. But the important thing is that they don't know the business process. And also, they don't know how to perform the marketing to the consumers. That's the most important. They don't know anything about it. But it will be helped by the Rakuten consultant and advisory. So they can open the shop and keep growing by getting the customer and sell the product. So they pointed to business process and the marketing. Okay, that's any other things they don't have to worry about. That's my answer. Okay.
Okay, let me make it short. The supplier oriented or the demand oriented. Maybe I make it too beautiful, but to be honest with you, I hate to be demand oriented because it's very frustrating. Because if you provide something that was needed by the SME, they always say thank you and appreciate it. They will use good on it. But problem is, most of SME didn't understand that a marketplace like Mr. Yamahata just mentioned, they don't know how to use it. They don't think they need it. So the supplier side is that you probably should have to expect that after you encouraging 100 SME up get into the e-marketplace, then chances are half of them will withdraw. But luckily, sometimes later they might join again, and they will have the experience. So my opinion is that by providing the ecosystem that people willing to try and affordable to try is more important than just simply hand in the hardware or software to those people that they don't think they need it.
Let's see. If your question was how we can reach the international level for the students, that's correct. The only way is to give excellence, more quality to different courses. Anybody can make or develop a course or a nice title, so the people buy it. Oh, excuse me. Hello? So the people buy it, thinking that it has the quality they suppose. But it's very important to keep the excellence and quality for all the courses. I want to mention that the education ministry take a test to the teachers. It's because the teachers never have a test in the past. So when they begin to have the test, they begin to have a better level, more earnings, it's more money for them, but the money or the earnings for the teachers are linked directly for the quality of their skills. Okay? If you make that, you will obtain the excellence you want. Without an excellence education, you will never have excellence people. And to be competitor for the other countries, you have to be the right level. Is that enough for you?
And I would also like to propose that maybe with taking advantage of this opportunity, maybe you can bring
the initiative of the local SME development initiative, as well as Taiwan's and Japan's and including Korea, I'm from Korea. Korea's initiative together and maybe create the synergy out of those initiatives.
Yes, you have to. All of them have to have the same level.
So, as we don't have influence in the educational levels as